Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And today I have some of my closest friends, Michelle and Cheyenne. And today our topic is Women's History Month. March is dedicated to celebrating women of every ethnicity and their major contributions to society and to the world, and most importantly, to women everywhere across the globe. So today we're going to be talking about the women who inspire us the most and why. Take it away, girls.
So I would just like to start off by saying that I appreciate and recognize all the women who have fought for women's rights and then all the black women who have fought for black women's rights because it made like a huge impact in society. Take it away, Michelle.
Oh, that's it. Um,
Yeah, that's
I
how starting off.
I
Just an
like
introduction.
I really did like how you made the distinction between not a distinction, but like added a in addition to not just women's right, but Black women's rights too, because it kind of creates a different perspective of like women um and women and pretty much women of color. So I'm glad that you actually mentioned that. But each contribution does um, make it serve an impact in some shape or form. So I agree with that too. Like this month really does recognize each of those acts, and we kind of appreciate for all the women who makes the sacrifice and all the time to make the world slightly more tolerable and easier to breathe and stuff. Make a difference, pretty much. Not be extra because it's a serious topic, but yeah. So
Yeah.
that's my take on this month. This month really does remind us that women are the backbone of ensuring that society runs smoothly, and we don't really get that much credit for. So that's my intro. Beatrice. Beatrice.
Yes, Michelle.
We said our intros. So my question to you guys is, who inspired you the most and why?
You see
And
this.
what do you see yourself in these women that kind of create that inspiration within you?
For me, it's hard to pick one person because so many people have contributed to society. It's like hard to pick one.
I agree with my friend. I agree with Cheyenne. That is like it's a really hard
I
question.
agree. It is a hard question.
You
But
gave
Beatrice, take
But
it
you
away.
gave, but
the
you gave the
question.
question. And you shut up. You shut up.
Take it away, girl.
I don't know. Yeah, your question was really hard. Like you added another question that you didn't even ask for me to prepare an answer to. Like it's just like an interview right on the spot. Can you please restate your question?
My question is, which women or who inspires you the most, and how do you see yourself wanting to become like them, or what about them inspires you?
I feel like you should answer the question first because you came up with the question.
I'm always answering the question first, and it's a very simple
No, I
question
did
that
the
you already
introduction,
prepared for.
but it's just like okay. For me, I have a list, but I agree with Cheyenne. Like it's really hard to pick from, and like I don't want to like not like say like another name that also inspired me. It's just like is a really hard question. I really got to think about this, you know. I want to just say like women all over has really like inspired me and also have changed like what it's to be a woman. So let me write what I wrote. And like at the end I'll like name names, but like right now I'm gonna just say it as a collective whole. Um Women have inspired me so much just because they have defined the odds. So many people were against what they saw in themselves, but that didn't stop them one bit. They have made major contributions to the society that we live in today, as well as within the women community as a whole. They have made a lasting impact that our children, future grandchildren, and our generations will continue to learn about. They have changed the way we define being a woman. The women in my life and the role models I look up to are like so empowering, motivating, and fought to be where they are now, and they continue to conquer. So I can't thank them enough for what they've taught me, and like I'm so thankful to God for allowing them to like share their empowerment and their contribution to not just me but to many women and girls and ladies of all ages and ranges. So. And something that I learned from them is just like to like fight for what you believe in, stand your ground. Like it's important to be who you are. Don't care what others have to say about it. Make sure to like love yourself, take care of yourself. You are important, you know, like everyday life lessons and growth, and just making sure that it doesn't matter if you don't have like a big audience to share your story, or you still have other people that you meet in your life daily that you could still inspire. Even if your platform is small, that's still important, and it's still important to share your story because you just don't know who you might inspire and who can like need a smile that day. So that that's what I've learned. I've learned so much, and I wish I could say it here, but you know, everyone else has to speak, and I'll give you all that chance to speak for that. But for me, that's that. And the most important person in my life that has inspired me is my mom. So I will talk about that later and give a big contribution to my mom at the end. So, girls, take it away and answer the same question that our friend Michelle here has asked us.
Oh, which I ain't gonna jump in on. Okay, so someone who's inspired me currently would definitely be, from a political lens, it would be Michelle Obama, Stacy oh gosh, Stacy Abrams.
Kamala Harris.
I'm not done. Stacey Abrams, Michelle Obama, yes, Miss Kamala Harris, because her being a VP is extremely historical. So, from a political lens, yes, those three are the inspired. But from a like a theatrical perspective, right? In terms of representation in social media, not social media, but like in movies and TV shows, it would be Viola Davis, Gabrielle Union, Taraji P. Henson, pretty much any actress that starred in a Tyler Perry film. Yeah, so all the wonderful actresses that starred in any Tyler Perry film. but namely Taraji P. Henson is my favorite one. I really do love Viola Davis. Again, that woman is phenomenal. I really do love Lupita because one thing that they all have in common is representation for young Black girls that kind of gives us a sense of hope and motivation that certain opportunities aren't just reserved for a particular demographic, you know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I admire about them. And to go beyond that, TikTok creators, right? I don't know if we're allowed to mention their names, but particular TikTok creators inspire me too. That kind of creates funny,
They be
right?
having me dying.
like in terms of like the entertainment industry and the creativity, like you don't really see that much um people of color, like specifically with that much recognition. And I feel like I appreciate certain TikTok creators that really does bring a smile to my face and be having me dying. So yeah, I feel like my point is these women who created whether it's political or social or pretty much just inspiring others in some shape or form in what pretty much using their platform is really inspiring. So those are people that inspire me most, and what makes me see myself through them would be not having to live up to particular standards to prove that your worth is worth considered, if that makes sense. That's what people don't understand about representation. It really does matter. It really does go a long way, especially for Black women, as many people don't realize that Black women especially, they're not really appreciated as much. Like we're really the underdogs. So I think Grownish really does sums it up pretty perfectly when it came to like job opportunities, especially. A Black woman would be the last person to be considered. So that's pretty sad. Um, yeah, so those are the people that inspired me the most. That's it.
Again, you can go by answering Michelle's question.
We're calling the
Okay.
Marky out.
So for me, I would just like to say that no matter how big or small a change was, I'm thankful for all of it because it was a change to the right direction. And all these women, I say all these women inspire me because it helps to further see that my life matters, my thoughts matter, and I'm of value and of essence. I personally feel like women are the backbone to the country because without women to give birth to people, there would be no men. I just feel like women are running the show, but no one wants to really recognize it. Yeah, that's what I have to say.
I agree with all of what my friends have said and spoken about. I believe being a woman is extremely, extremely, extremely hard. Like for me, I just it's really hard. It's not easy, but in the end, it's all worth it. For me, some people that I find inspiring, and I feel like representation does matter, just like what my friend Michelle over here said, because um, for me, I am a Black lady, I am Black young woman, and back then when I was younger, I didn't see representation at all. on TV screens as much until like movements like Black Girl Magic and Black Lives Matter count like started. It just like made me really appreciate my skin and how much I love it. So I really do thank Black women for bringing representation to screens and making their own shows like Insecure, Is Ray, thank you so much. And like many other shows and movies too. So I really like I want to say thank you so much for that. The reason why my mom inspires me is just because she's been through a lot, and to see her just like inspire me on an everyday basis is just like really special to me and very important to me. And honestly, I don't know where I would be without my mom. So I just want to thank my mom for being one of like the top women in my life that inspire me. And then my friends, some of them are right here as we speak. They have taught me so much in college that I can't thank them enough for. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
For your contribution.
I want to go around and tell me and tell y'all what y'all taught me since we going that deep, right? I would like to thank Cheyenne for teaching me that not everyone is a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Like you really have to take time and pick apart particular elements and qualities of a person to fully determine whether they're a hoe before you make. Because I always go for the bottom motto, like everyone's a hoe or everyone's a horrible person until proven otherwise. But thank you for redefining that motto by saying everyone is not a hoe until proven otherwise with further evidence. You know what I'm saying? so it's like, yeah, I really do appreciate that from Cheyenne. And like, I don't know how you do it, but I really do try to follow by the motto, but I do it like once in a blue moon, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, it's still progress, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's still progress. Oh, and I would like to also thank Cheyenne that you always gotta look good in any particular occasion, even as little as
you just never know.
As throwing out the
you
trash.
never know.
Because you'll be encountering some interesting people in the most inconvenient and the most unexpected time of day, you know what I'm saying? So for some reason, like ever since that lesson has been taught, that lesson has been applicable into every circumstance I've pretty much been through ever since then. So I don't know if that's life trying to teach me like to literally listen, but like, yeah, I'm feeling it, you know what I'm saying? I'm really feeling it because I've been embarrassed way too many times. Like from throwing out the trash and me stepping outside with shorts and some heels or some Uggs on when I was cooking for Thanksgiving. And then there was these three hot guys and I looked stupid. I used to stare and then I went to go throw out the trash and then they were like, you really want to go outside like that? I was like, I'm just throwing out the trash. Like, and then I saw three hot guys and they just stared at me. I was just like, this is not how I am. This is not how I am. Oh shoot. But it does help a long way in other occasions. So yeah.
Before you do mine, can I finish? I didn't finish.
Oh, go.
Okay. So some of the other women that inspire me, of course, my mom and my friends are like the top two. We have Zendaya. I love Zendaya. Madam C.J. Walker. The sister. Michelle Obama, like Michelle over here side. Stacey Abrams. Kamala Harris. Madam Vice President. Thank you. RBG, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Wilma Rudolph, Maya Angelou, Toni Morrison. She worked at our university, and I worked where she was working at. I wish I met her. And so many amazing other incredible women. Sonia Sotomayor, Dr. Joe Biden, Frida Kahlo, Billie Holiday, Ella Fitzgerald, Harriet Tubman, like Michelle said, Viola Davis. I love Queen Latifah. I literally grew up watching her. Raven Simone. Who else? There's a lot of more people.
Angela Bassett.
Angela Bassett. Oh yeah, I grew up watching her too. Like, there's just so many people. Oh, and especially from Hidden Figures, Katherine Johnson, Dorothy Vaughan, Mary Jackson. Oh, a lot of women that I like just inspire
Beyonce.
me. Oh yeah, of course Beyonce. But Michelle here is like the biggest Beyonce fan ever. So just to put that out there. But women inspire me a lot.
And I'm so glad.
Hmm?
I'm so glad we was able to like see some of them like black actors in TV shows like Tia
Yeah.
Tamera, Martin, Living Single, A
Right.
Different World.
World, Grownish,
Mhm.
That's So Raven.
Yeah.
Those are my shows. Moesha,
Yes. Smoke to
The
Week to
Parkers.
One on One.
Oh, that's true. My show. The Proud
Tyler Perry, House of
Family.
Pain.
Yes.
The
House
Proud
of Pain.
Family.
I don't know what's going on now, but Tyler Perry, House of Pain.
So I'm just thankful for all amazing women and all those amazing shows that have really inspired me. Okay, you can continue now, Michelle, with your how friends have really inspired you. Your women friends have inspired you. You can take it away.
I was gonna continue off by saying that one of my friends, like Beatrice mentioned here, that kind of taught us of how to become the better version of ourselves is for me, for Beatrice, for example, would be um, controlling my temper and patience. I have a very bad temper that seems to be getting better depending on who I'm with. But and Cheyenne definitely plays a role in it too. But before it was bad at certain points. Like I think we just tried to like employ certain techniques to not full blown commit homicide. So I do appreciate her techniques. I don't know how she does them, but I just feel like her techniques are helpful. I try to apply them on a regular basis, but sometimes it don't be working. Anger management temperament.
That was it.
I mean, I could go on and on and on and on
That's
and
all
on
I
and on and on
contributed.
and on.
Okay, we
No,
don't got
it's
we don't
just
got time.
those are exactly like those are the two main ones. I really do appreciate you guys to like kind of push ourselves to become the better versions. I really do feel like that's what a friendship is supposed to be, not make us
Reach.
pull us down, but actually bring out the better version
Reach.
of ourselves. Because
Throwing
honestly,
shade.
I'm not throwing shade, but I kind of am. But it's just like it's the truth.
And to leave toxic relationships or friendships, even if it's way
Like
too
Frida Kahlo.
alone.
And since we're on the topic of
Like how Frida Kahlo did.
and since we're on the topic of Women History Month, I feel like women are often being pitted against each other a lot. You
Oh
know,
yeah, that's true.
like if when it comes to like relationship drama, women are usually being the one that's being dragged the most. At least in my opinion.
Yeah.
Men would obviously be like, oh my gosh, these are feminists, like da, 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 da. And I'm just like, well, I feel like no offense, we're having to. Oh yeah, I also want to give a shout out to Janet Jackson too. Like she's the bomb. Like sis is the bomb.
I love Janet. We're both Tauruses. I love Janet.
I'm literally going through my Twitter page to see if anyone I'm missing.
Right? To be honest, I feel like there's just so many women.
Rihanna.
Oh, Rihanna. Oh yeah, I love Rihanna.
She is killing the game.
So weedy.
Just like Rihanna is just like she's doing it all. Makeup, clothes,
Lingerie. So proud of her.
yeah. She's done music, she's done acting, she's
Vanessa Bryant.
singing.
Oh yes, Vanessa Bryant.
And there's like rumors that she might be doing hair.
We have
Yes,
the
she
same
is.
birthday.
She's doing it all.
I feel like women also taught me the importance of leaving toxic relationships.
To be honest.
Especially Michelle, even though it took her like a while though, but she still taught me that.
Because I really do feel like women have more endurance when it comes to heartbreak as opposed
Just
to men.
because they want to see if the guy will change, but then the guy doesn't change. Like they change for like a day or whatnot, or like for a week, and then they go back to their usual self, and I'm just like.
I think you mentioned
Malala?
Yeah.
Yes, I did mention Malala. Because she fights for education for women in her culture, and I think she got did she get shot or was it bombing?
She was shot
Yeah,
by the
so
Taliban in the forehead and she survived it.
yeah, so I feel like that's really inspiring. Like she's an advocate for women's education and allowing women to have a right to, you know, have an education because education is really important. And some people don't want women to have an education, you know. So I put her on my list because she's really inspiring, you know. And she's like in our age range too, so you know. Yeah.
I also find it like really like encouraging and empowering how like women who have been like in like a tragic or severe situation, how they're able to speak on it, because that takes a lot to like bring it up. That takes a lot of courage, and I commend them for that.
Thank you. Demi Lovato. Yes, Demi Lovato. So inspiring.
Yeah, I heard.
Okay, Cheyenne, you can continue. It's recording. Go ahead.
Oh, I just want to say that Beatrice has taught me to be like more kind, more spiritually in tune, and like even if people may seem shady, he taught me how to give them a chance still, because you know maybe it was just you thinking they're just shady and they're not. Michelle has taught me that if you see one red flag, then you should probably take note of that. And if you see 10 red flags, girl, what are you doing? She's also taught me how to really evaluate certain situations and see it for what it is and see it for what it was. Yeah. And although she says she's not patient, I feel like she is to a certain extent. I feel like maybe it's not patience, maybe it's tolerance.
Amen.
But maybe it's not patience, maybe it's tolerance, because she's able to like
tolerated so much crap.
Yeah. Okay? And then up to a certain point.
There. She was still there after we all left. Me, I tolerate so much more. I couldn't tolerate anymore. So I don't know how she did it, but that's not my business though.
Like Beatrice, you're able to tolerate to a point where you just you want to cut ties and not think about it no more. Michelle, she's like she could tolerate to a certain point, and then she'll either lash out or just vanish. That's what I've noticed. But I do see her as like, I guess, patient / tolerant.
Is there a difference? Like, what's the difference?
I feel like patience, you're like, I feel like for me, patience is just like, okay, like you're listening to their side and you're like really giving them the time to speak their point. But tolerance is just like, I'm just going through this for now. I'm like, I'm fed up, but I'm gonna just tolerate this for now.
If she has a lot of tolerance, then because
Okay, that's all I have to say.
I guess it's B's turn now. I learned a lot from my friends. This is really hard. For Cheyenne, I learned how important it is to get fresh air, especially when you're going through a lot, and how important it is to take care of your mental health. In addition, Cheyenne also taught me how important it is to look good with some hoop earrings. It don't matter, like hoop earrings work with anything, with any outfit. I could attest to that because I was wearing like I was wearing sweats. I think in college one time, and I was just like, you know what? I want to put some hoop earrings, and I like popping, and I was like, thank you, Cheyenne.
No problem.
Cheyenne also taught me how important it is, like Michelle said earlier. It's important to dress up for any occasion, no matter what it is. If you're gonna throw out garbage, dress up.
Throw
If
it
you, huh?
out in fashion. Throw it out in fashion.
Throw it out in fashion. Like your the world is your runway. You gotta look good. You know what I'm saying? Like any event, anything that's happened, you still gotta look good no matter what. It don't matter. Like Cheyenne, like dressed up when she was going to Walmart, to get groceries, and I was just like, honestly, girl, amen. And I'm just like, I gotta follow her rule book. She be looking good. I'm not gonna front. So Cheyenne taught me. Cheyenne has taught me a lot, but we'll be going on. We don't got time. But that's in short what she's taught me. Thank you. I will take it.
No problem.
I'm doing better, at least. For Michelle. Sweet, sweet Michelle.
Why you say my name like that?
Michelle. Michelle, she's taught me quite a lot. Um, Let me just think about this.
Why do you need thinking?
Because some of them were like at me, like, you're too naive, you're too this. And it's just like, wait, I'm trying to like sort out. But hold on. Let me go back to freshman year. Oh, Michelle, I've been ready, but she taught me how important, just like Cheyenne taught me, how important fashion is. And she wanted to give me like a whole makeover. I still allowed her to give me a makeover, but like she was playing games. But she still gave me a makeover. So I appreciate that. Michelle taught me how like how I am as a person. And I don't really see that in myself, but like, oh, she said I'm inspiring. So did Cheyenne. Well, they said the similar thing. So this is a harder one.
You are inspiring.
I'm not that complicated.
Thank you. Michelle and Cheyenne have taught me how inspiring and strong I am, even if I don't see it. So I really appreciate that. Michelle has really helped me a lot when it came to my confidence, just because we were together every single day of the summer. No offense, Cheyenne, but yeah, we were together
It's
every
cool.
of the summer, like every single minute of the summer. So she taught me confidence. She taught me how to like seek out which guys aren't the best, for me. Just like Cheyenne said when it came to red flags, you know. She just taught me how important it is to love yourself and to like rock outfits, even though she doesn't really like fashion that much. It's kind of weird, but
No. I feel like when it comes to fashion, I do like it. And I feel like Cheyenne kind of tapped that sort of side of me that I didn't realize before, is that I do like fashion clothes. Because I wasn't that obsessed with fashion until I met Cheyenne, if that
Aww.
makes sense. And like
You're
with
welcome.
Beatrice, I was trying to make her understand that like she has potential if she utilizes certain tools, like to show herself. Like like I feel like one thing that the confidence does to you is like you're able to express yourself in ways that you didn't realized before. But I feel like I don't know why, but for some reason, like when freshman year, I wasn't really as conscious of what I wore until I met Cheyenne. And it's not in a negative way, but it's just like the aspect of I didn't realize I was that keen to like liking clothes and like dressing up and whatnot until that energy was tapped in. And next thing you know, like my interest of like dress up and like what outfit goes to which, making sure it all matches and complements with each other grew.
You had a passion.
And I try to like use some of that energy towards Beatrice because this over here can invite me to a fashion runway show, but she be playing games. So
it's gonna take time. Be patient. I'm gonna invite y'all. Just relax. You know, we in COVID right now, but like after COVID, like I got y'all. Just relax.
I'm gonna let Beatrice finish.
I just think like my friends, both Cheyenne and Michelle, as well as like all my other friends, they've really like given me a lot of advice, and I really appreciate it because they've taught me so much, just so much that I didn't know before, and I'm really thankful for them. So thank you so much, guys, for that. And just like their long-lasting friendship, even after we sort of graduated and everything, and it's still there. You can see the love of the friendship. You can see how close we've gotten over the years.
Howard University.
You can see just how much we even we talk every day, but even if we don't see each other, that connection will still be there if we see each other in person. So I just like that's what I've always wanted, and I feel like I found these group of people for me.
Yeah,
so
even if we don't see each other.
I saw you like how many days ago, but I haven't. I saw you literally on Tuesday, but I have not seen Cheyenne in like a whole year.
You even said it. Even if we don't see each other.
Even if we don't see each other, the connection is like it's always gonna be still there. Like
at least we'll always
don't see each other.
They always got me tight, but like they still make me laugh.
At least we'll always have Zoom.
Shout out to WhatsApp.
So
Not for real. I didn't really even think this app would be that relevant to my life. No offense.
I'll be honest, I was not trying to download it. I was trying not to download it. Yeah, I feel like I would go on and on with this list of what they taught me, but let's just leave it from there, like at there. So thank you guys for everything. Thank you for your harsh criticism, Michelle. Thank you for your harsh criticism, Michelle. Very, very harsh. Like she's so blunt. Also, she's really, really blunt. Like she's like the most bluntest friend I've ever met. Like the second most bluntest friend I ever met. I was like kind of scared in the beginning, but I was just like I took her and accepted her for who she is. So thank you for your blunt honesty. Thank you, Cheyenne, for your kindness and your love. Cheyenne taught me the importance of makeup.
Oh.
Okay, no, I mean, do your thing. End the video.
In conclusion, women are badasses. We don't really get enough credit that what we earn for, so that sucks. But I still feel like the effort is still worth it because I feel like we really do consider the future generations that they don't have to like go through the same pain that they went through. So that's a pretty noble way to look at it. So yeah, we rock. We're the backbone of society. I personally think we're smarter, but that's a conversation for another time.
And we support our women.
Yeah, I feel like what's important that women do need to stick together. I really don't like the idea of women being pitted against each other. I feel like when women work together does create a powerful impact, because the opposite is just as like the opposite of being pitted against each other also creates that same powerful impact too, but in a negative light. So I feel like when women work together, it's a powerful thing. But if they don't, it's also a powerful thing, but not in a good way. So it's better to go for the good part, you know. But yes, I feel like women create families. Women are gives birth to the society today because men comes from women eventually. Like women give men life.
We have a sisterhood. Okay.
You know, women gave birth to some of the most profound legends out here. So yeah, women are the seed.
We are lit.
We are the root.
Black girls rock.
Black girl magic.
We
Yeah.
are
So
history.
and black women are awesome. Black women absorbs all the bull crap and still keeps their head high.
Right?
It's
Proud to
just
be
Because
black.
for like a black woman, they like give birth, go through periods, still have to work on the period, be undermined a lot of the time by a male figure, get misrepresented, mistreated, and like when it comes to like applying for jobs and getting like that higher up job position, they'll sometimes get overlooked because they're black and a woman.
not to mention the medical inequalities of like
Mm-hmm.
treatment of black women, black men, especially child birth. Like any form of like any particular crisis, especially with COVID, it's like minorities are always getting hit the hardest. So there's a lot of inequities that plays a role here. So which sucks. Like for real though, why is there a wage difference? Like that makes no sense.
I have no idea.
But yeah, I think women are awesome.
Well,
Men sometimes get me tight.
Thank you guys for coming to our discussion today about talking about Women's History Month and the women that inspire us. See you guys in the next video. Bye.
Bye.
au revoir.
So, who is your favorite? Why are you raising your hand? Who is your favorite women? Like, which woman inspires you the most, guys?
That's a hard question, to be honest. Like I feel like it's women plural, feel me? Like, but I would have
Okay,
to
so
say
which
my
women
mom.
or women other
Oh,
than your family
other
you
than my
feel like
family. Okay.
makes a significant impact in the world?
That's hard. I have to think about that. Hold on. That's really
Yeah.
hard. Why didn't you ask us before so I could like write a list?
I would say, wait, what was the question again?
Which women or plural women you
Mm-hmm.
feel inspired you and it's where it really did make a change in the
Oh,
world
okay.
In
For
the
me,
of
world.
your family?
it's anyone who's ever really fought for our cause and really spoke up for women.
Preach.
Specifically,
That's like a lot of people to be listing. That's why she said it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Your question is too like it's hard, you know. Like there's plenty of people that contributed, you know.
like who?
There's a lot, you know.
Like, damn, it's just, we don't know history then.
We
There
do
was Madam
history.
C.J. Walker,
Yeah, there's W.E.B. Du Bois. Like, come on, girl. I know my history. Don't start.
Rosa Parks.
Yeah, girl. keep going, Cheyenne.
Oh, what was her name that crossed the transatlantic?
I was gonna say Harriet Tubman, but Harriet Tubman, it was Harriet Tubman also fought for women's rights. What else?
Yeah, just anyone who really like fought for the cause.
The
and
Seneca
really...
Falls Convention. I believe that's what it was. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Like, I learned that in history several times. I feel like there's a lot of women. I would say, like, you said you can't say family members, so I would say, like, my friends, my close friends, like you guys and others, really made a big impact. We guys haven't made an impact on the world as of yet, because we're still growing up, and we still have more things that we would like to do. But like, you've made an impact on me, and I feel like that matters, and other people too as well. This is a really tough question. You have other questions, or like this is the only question?
I have other questions.
So how would you answer the question?
Amelia Earhart.
Yeah, girl. Oh, Hidden Figures. Hidden Figures. If y'all watch that movie, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Katherine Johnson, Mary. I think it was Mary Jackson? You know what? Let me go look it up.
Well, who's yours, Noemi?
Like, Hidden Figures was so good.
Currently, I feel like the person who I feel like inspired me the most would be Stacy Abrams, the woman who is responsible for literally changing the course of the election. Like, she saved our butts.
Oh, can I finish? Okay, I remember now. Wait.
Make sure that people, especially from underrepresented groups, voted count. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like she really, I feel like without her, I don't know where we would be. Like, she's one of those like lifeguards. Like, she's a lifeline. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really do appreciate Stacy.
I appreciate Kamala Harris. First,
the outcome of the election.
The first Madam Vice President.
Like, she really worked diligently to make sure all votes were counted, especially among minority groups. Because
this wasn't done. Okay, my bad.
But yes, Kamala Harris, like you said.
Kamala Harris.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Kamala.
Correctly. Okay.
Wow, this is recorded. Kamala.
Madam.
Can we do this? Like, I feel bad. I don't want to mispronounce anyone's name. No, I'm serious.
I'm gonna block this out.
No, for real though. Like, I feel this. I that was disrespectful. Like, I don't want to mispronounce that name. Can we redo this? Like, can we take two?
Be all over the World Wide Web.
It will give us another better answer at this. Can we stop recording and take two?
You're gonna redo it?
Like, just for a real second. Like, it gives a chance to actually think about like our responses anyway. Like, can we take two?
Why didn't you ask before you recorded this? Like, I didn't even know the question was supposed to start. And so you want me to stop recording?
Like, this could be a blooper.
Do you want me to pause and then continue?
Like, save that, right?
Okay.
And we could restart fresh, and like that could be a blooper. Cause like I can't believe I mispronounced her name. It's a Women's History Month. I am Michelle. And these are my friends. Miss.
Wait, no, we already did it.
Oh, you already did it. Okay, the introduction.
Just redo it. Just redo it. You just. I don't know what you're doing.
I would like to say Beatrice.
Look what you did. You made her go away.
So she's not gonna hear my speech.
I'm listening. Wait,
I was a TikTok that was like the year 2040, and the child comes to you like, "Hey, mom, why is everyone wearing masks?"
Oh my god, we'll be 42. Oh my god, we'll be so old.
And the parents like, "Oh, don't need to worry about it. It was something that happened back in the day." And then the child's like, "But they said there's something that might be reoccurring, and then parent just passed out.
I will cry. I'll be like, not
Honestly,
again.
honestly, I'm like, yo, I'm in the history books, y'all. I'm telling my kid that I was living through, I fight through all
Historic
the,
times.
so exactly. I'm like, I fought the virus like a bitch. I was yo mama back then. I'm gonna tell the story like I was like,
Drag it.
exactly. I'm gonna drag that story, but like, yo, I lived through historic time. We were struggling. I went to school in the cold, in the heat. When there was like a menace, like I'm gonna drag it. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna paint myself like I'm this important historical figure. I,
Your
I
child gonna be
flew.
looking at you. Wow, you're a superwoman.
I'm like, I flew.
And be like, your mama lying.
I flew above the virus and I flew to visit my friends just to be safe. It was a struggle.
I feel like when you say you flew above the virus, that could be like interpreted one of two ways. You dragging it, or you just hopped on an airplane and went on
Exactly.
vacation.
I went on an airplane.
How where you can even do a cruise.
Now I'm gonna really drag 2020, like, yo, we were struggling.
But you did go outside though. I'm not gonna
we
front.
were
You did go outside though.
we were trapped indoors trying to study for classes. We still had school.
It was so hard. Our eyes was killing us. Looking at
Right.
the screen 24/7. Oh my god.
I saw my eyes bleeding through the back of my head.
Isn't that all the time?
We still had to submit assignments, and then my
And you
teacher
did
was
it.
like,
And you did it at 11:59.
and my kids gonna be like, "Are you gonna want us to do the same?" I'm like, "Yeah."
No.
Oh wait.